Hi, my name is Miglos. You don't know who I am, you haven't even heard anything about me. The current drama surrounding the Unheard edition motivated me to give my personal opinion on this topic. I say right away, I'm not a native speaker, so I truly apologize for my pronunciation sometimes. But let's get right to the subject itself. For those who don't know Tarkov, it's a hardcore extraction shooter game where one mistake can cost you all your loot. In order to play, you have to buy a game package. BSG, so Battle State Games, offered 4 game packages. The most basic one costs $35 and the most expensive costed $110. With each game package, players received better starting loot, so logically the most expensive one gave players bigger advantages in the beginning of every wipes, which clears all your game progress. Of course, they are often related to bigger updates of the game. Speaking for myself, I am a Tarkov player for years now. I've played it since 2019 and I was really enjoying it. I'm not a die-hard fan of hardcore genre of games, but Tarkov was a game that opened my mind for this kind of games. Still, I was a casual player and I still am, playing with few of my friends, trying to enjoy new vibes. And yeah, it was hell of a fun. We all know that Tarkov developers made a lot of good and bad decisions over the last few years, but update 0.14 was an absolute game changer. And the whole Tarkov community was hoping that developers will finally go in the right direction. And yeah, how naive we were. I am no expert, but I really cared about the game, because it was one of the best shooters out there. So thought many other players who just simply wanted to express their approval of the project by buying the EOD version of the game, which came with pretty hefty bonuses. If you look at the archived version of the webpage, we can see what bonuses were available after purchasing this version. Many people bought it to support the developers in the further development of the game. $110 is not a small amount of money when it comes to buying any game. With the purchase of this version, people were getting items that no one but this version could get. So it was basically pay to win, but hardly anyone paid any attention to it, because it was reasonably fair to the cheaper versions of the game. In early 2024, EOD was removed from the page with the promise that someday, in some form, this version will return to the game. Few weeks ago, Nikita, the Chief Operating Officer, so COO, of BSG announced an update and a new version of the game that will resemble the EOD version. On the 25th of April, a new package for Tarkov was available to buy on the website, and people went absolutely feral because of it. So this is the Unheard edition. Let's discuss one by one what this version has to offer. So first, guaranteed instant access to closed beta. Okay. Digital copy preload. Okay. Access to PvE co-op mode with persistent progression. Progression will not be reset with wipes. It is a game changer that the players were begging for a long time. Enhanced stash size. You have a slightly bigger stash than the EOD for, if I remember right, like 4 slots. Unique in-game ID. Well, don't care. Expanded PMC pockets. First pay-to-win aspect of this version. Increased fence standing. Yeah, another advantage over the players with the cheaper editions. More slots on the flea market. Another skippable feature that actually could be a thing for all players. Unique in-game melee weapon. Speaking about unique melee weapon, that is a fucking Unity asset that you can download from ArtStation for free. This shows how the creators don't give a shit about what they do with the game. Increased mail retention time, additional background screen option, don't care. Free access to all subsequent DLCs, Season Pass. We'll get to it in a moment. Free access to ETS, so the early test server, a thing that should be available to everyone out there, despite the version they have. Additional equipment and resources in stash. I will only cover a few items, because it isn't actually a lot to cover. Basically, you get the items such as weapons case, ammo case, and lucky scuff junk box, and really good weapons such as SR25, SCAR-L, and the MP7 on the beginning of every wipe. Those items are really good as for the beginning of the wipe. Of course, still, if you're bad at the game, you lose the guns quickly. But the weapons case, the ammo case, and the lucky scuff junk box are items that give you much more space to stash even more gear. Yeah, that smells like pay to win from a fucking mile, but who gives a fuck about that? What people were really pissed off was a new item called Mark of the Unheard that literally destroys the basic idea of the game by allowing to summon any of your friends to ongoing raid. The second thing that caused even a bigger stir among most of the community was the lack of access to PvE for EOD players who were promised that any upcoming DLC would be available to them for free. And if it wasn't enough, BSG decided to double down and attack Arena Breakout on Twitter by saying, "Have a nice 20-minute adventure in the blatant plagiarist game In and Out." Of course, the community was quick to respond by saying that they have no rights to shit on Arena Breakout, given what you just attempted against the entire community. What many people missed in the first place was that when Landmark, one of the most popular Tarkov streamers out there, who personally commented on the situation on Twitch, he was going through EOD features versus the Unheard version. Actually, when he was doing this live on stream, BSG decided to change the wording on their website of EOD features to cover up their own ass. Here's the clip.
Wayback Machine today. April 25th. Here we go. You're a legend. They removed the word unique secure container. Dude! They fucking removed it? Are you kidding me?
They promised that the gamma container that was unique feature of the EOD, but now, if you buy the Unheard edition, you get the same fucking secure container that was labeled as a unique thing for EOD. So basically, PSG has decided to lie directly to whole community. Doing that kind of thing live on stream on one of the biggest names in the whole Tarkov community is straight up fucking diabolical. The funny thing is that the Unheard edition does not give access to Tarkov Arena, which is already an absolute fucking joke. And finally, after all this shit show that was going on, Nikita finally decided to respond to all the backlash from people, especially EOD holders who were outright screwed for money. Trying to calm community down a bit with poor results, he delivered a post on EFT subreddit saying, "Hello Tarkov citizens, to honor the owners of EOD version and their intelligible importance and role in the EFT universe, we plan to add the following new unique features to the EOD edition. Basically, they aren't reverting the Unheard edition, but simply adding new features to EOD that no one actually wanted. Let's talk about it. First few features are more or less OP and pay to win, so I will simply list them and move on to the most important ones. Faster return of insured items, increased personal trader buying limits by 20%, increased basic PMC karma, access to unique hideout craft, increased basic charisma skill, which is fucking useless and still bugged, special quest line with increased pockets side as a reward, pay to win, yeah. Ability to skip 2 daily quests per day free of charge. Is it a fucking mobile game of some kind? Unique dog tag, unique armband, unique set of clothing, who fucking cares? Unique legacy device, advice reminiscent of Mark of the Unheard, so another pay-to-win feature, great. High priority matching for EOD owners for 6 months, access to offline PvE for EOD owners for 6 months. We will provide those changes and additions as fast as possible. 6 months, really? Still doesn't honor the fact that EOD purchasers did so under pretext that they would receive free access to all subsequent DLCs, so basically Season Pass. Previous EOD advertising stated that this DLC included content such as arenas, so in what way is the PvE mode any different to this? Feature that was supposed to be available to every EOD holder forever will be available for 6 months. 6 fucking months. This whole situation is straight fucked. I'm speaking as a person who did not buy AOD, so for me the whole situation is not so severe. However, I fully understand and I fully support people who feel robbed of the money they spend on the game that they simply wanted to support. Both their Discord and Reddit now are an open rebellion flooding chat rooms and subreddit with copy-pasted criticism of company's decision-making process. Even their fucking Reddit mods were rebelling against the BSG itself. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw such an engaged community in doing anything, especially bringing down a whole company. It is really rare to actually see someone glazing BSG. Please, as a whole community, we must do something about it, and we can't let BSG slide with it this time. And finally, to you BSG, you've lost many loyal players. This is selfish, absolutely disrespectful and disgusting. To everyone who feels the same way, don't be silent, spam, make memes, spread the word. This cannot be tolerated. I haven't covered everything in this video, especially the topic of the interview with Nikita itself. That is now circulating on the EFD subreddit. Yeah, if you want to learn more, I invite you to visit Onepeg's channel. He explained the entire interview. Just go see these few videos. I will leave them in the description, so just go and watch it. Anyway guys, that's all what I had for this one. Thanks for coming and watching the video. It was an extremely rough topic to cover, and I hope for your opinions in the comments. Have a good one. Peace.